Why I chose my parents' future over my fiancé's dream wedding. I spent my entire 20s on the grind. While my friends were hitting Vegas and buying new trucks, I was working 60-hour weeks and living in a studio apartment that smelled like old takeout. I had one goal, making sure my parents, who worked blue-collar jobs their whole lives, could actually afford to retire. By 29, I'd tucked away $85,000 in a dedicated golden years fund. Then I met Sarah. She was funny, ambitious, and we shared the same taste in everything from music to cheap tacos. When I proposed after 3 years, I thought I'd found my person. But the second that ring hit her finger, the Pinterest board from hell emerged. Sarah didn't want a wedding. She wanted a lifestyle production. We are talking a six-figure destination event in Amalfi, custom gowns, and an open bar that cost more than my first car. When I told her my budget was $20,000, she laughed. Then she found the bank statement for my parents' fund. She called it our money. She told me that if I really loved her, I'd give her the day of her dreams instead of hoarding cash for a hypothetical problem years away. She called me a financial gatekeeper and told her friends I was being controlling. My phone was blowing up with texts from her bridesmaids calling me a red flag. The ultimatum came on a Tuesday: use the fund for the wedding or there is no wedding. I didn't blink. I called the venue and pulled my deposit that afternoon. 4 days later, her older brother, Mike, showed up at my house. Mike's a straight shooter who's always been a real talk kind of guy. He didn't come to yell. He sat me down and admitted Sarah had been brainwashed by a luxury wedding TikTok and a circle of friends who think a man's worth is measured by a one-day party. He told me Sarah was sitting in his truck at the end of the block, devastated because she realized she traded a lifetime of stability for a photo shoot. She walked in 10 minutes later, no makeup, eyes puffy. She didn't make excuse. She just said she'd lost her perspective in the comparison trap and that my parents' security meant more than a fancy dress. We are back on, but we're getting married at a local park this summer. The $85,000. It's staying exactly where it belongs. Love is about building a life together, not spending your way into a hole before the life even starts.